we simply going to wait? What if she never wakes up?
Are those frilled collars stuffed in your ears? If the Watcher's mumblings are right, then Aethys is marching on Ukaizo. We have to move.
正在向乌凯佐进军。
He's seizing power from the very gods who betrayed him, destroying the wheel to make sure they never is a coup, and we have to muster the strength to stop it.
The unraveling of Kohopa from Tangaloa is our greatest test from the gods, I say. We must live to deserve the world they make for us.
我没事，不用问为什么大家都在这里。我的头，我的头。
Good, you're awake. Just when I was worried we were going to stand around all day talking.
You look about as befuddled as I feel, Watcher.
我不是好好的站在这吗？
Join our talks, I say. Rational discussion will gust away the ominous smoke rising from Ashen Maw. The Deadfire is no stranger to cataclysm. We can survive by cleaving to a shared purpose, a greater good.
她真的是一个好女王。
For what else did the gods place us here? We who have ships and resources enough to make a difference.
What we need is brass. Roatai has ships and cannons aplenty, but the only way I'm sending them is if...
Ships have formed the blockade around Queen's Berth. Their commander demands parley with Serpent's Crown.
啊，有人封锁了我。
What? But what about our ships? I must get a message through to the captains.
For what do our enemies paint a target on their hull? This is a stirring bid for my attention. Send word to my water shapers to drain the sea around the flagship. I would parley on better terms than this.
My queen! They fly the colors of pirates! The Principe are...
Pirates.
Well, what have we here?
他进来了。为什么皇族海盗人走进来这里？
Forgive me, lovesome, but it looks like you're having a party. A rather fine one to which you didn't invite me.
You painted vagrants are a plague on my tribes. Why should I not hang you from the walls of my garden?
You should be asking yourself how they got in here in the first place.
Oh, I do love when they squabble. But I'm here for neither pleasantries nor entertainment. We've bigger fish to fry. Or should I say gods?
Gods.
Now everyone just calm down. I promise we won't fire on you at this time. Unless firstly provoked. That is, until once we've safely up, then all bets are off again. Aye?
Yes, well, if you have a point, pirate, I suggest you reach it quickly.
We're supposed to take a bunch of pirates at their word?
Right you are. However, I'm here because I've got questions, ones that can't wait. And the lovesome Watcher's the only one likely to answer them nicely.
亲爱的临逝者才来很好的。
Ukaizo? What's the lost city of gold got to do with a god on a rampage?
我们快打上去看。那你们却还在因为土地而争分不休。
Well, fuck if that doesn't put things into perspective. But what's that even mean in the long run? Folks who die won't be coming back again. This is all dark and foreboding sounding. But what's it mean for my soul? I mean, I like the idea of pirating throughout the Great Beyond as much as the next gal. But if, say, I got no awareness...
Of course you have no interest past that of your eyes and your stomach. Let us speak now of what can be done. Must be done. Watcher, you know best of all of us what our options are.
The Huana made compacts with the gods on Lost Ukaizo. Anything can happen on the shores of our ancestors. I say it is a place where mortals can reach beyond themselves, do freely what animancers struggle to dream.
We have to act quickly. Defending Ukaizo is the highest priority. Our ships are fast and well-equipped. We could sail to the edge of Ondra's mortar. See if Aethys' passage opens a way through the storms. Of course, finding Ukaizo once we're through is another matter. That's so. You just might be able to save us.
We speak of collectively sailing for Ondra's mortar, but this crown will not support any plan that involves a single outsider ship landing on the shores of Ukaizo. It is for this moment that the gods test me. Anyone who seeks to cross Ondra's mortar will learn that the gates of Ukaizo are the end of compromise with the Huana.
I think I'm getting the gist of it now. While these witless princocks go at each other's throats, we Principi will cut through the storms and plunder the city of gold.
哇，你要去送死啊！
Whatever Aethys is seeking in those ruins, we'll find it, and then we'll sell it to the highest bidder. That, or me and mine will have front row seats to the end of the world.
If the Huana cannot take back our beginning, then our end fast approaches. The gods will judge us by our devotion to Ukaizo.
Are you going to guard it as closely as you've guarded your palace today? Ukaizo was yours once, and you lost it. Meanwhile, the storms that cover Ondra's mortar plague Rauatai too. We will help the Watchers stop Aethys, but we will not leave our country's future in soft hands.
Watcher, there are two kinds of people in the Deadfire. Those who have called it home since time immemorial. With Ukaizo under our control, the Huana would restore order as it has not been seen since the days of our ancestors.
Ak, order. And the only question is whether it will be the order of ignorance and tradition, or else of conquest. The secrets to be found in Ukaizo could elevate us all beyond the telling. I will not relinquish that dream so easily.
Watcher, I say the time to play at freelancing is at an end. Any of us could get you to Ukaizo, but only one of us will stand by your side.
Let's speak, Watcher, while we have the chance.
A word?
我可以跟你谈谈吗？怎么了？
You came to the Deadfire for your own reasons. The problems of others, they must be noisy obstacles by comparison. We both know the burden of being looked to as a source of hope. What say?
对当了希望的泉源，其实并没有那么厌烦。
Oh no? You have not been the savior of an archipelago as long as some of us.
深深地凝视着他的眼睛，你看起来像
Ikera, just so. All the powers of the Deadfire have their eyes on the Watcher of Cadnua. Tell me, is the Watcher watching anyone?
watching anyone?
For once, Ngati answers my prayers. Captain, I would speak plainly. Are you as excited by the possible? What I mean is, if we were to...
我还挺有趣的。
If such things interest you, my last haphazard coupling was not so long ago. In Nekataka, in fact.
听起来你有个故事要讲。
Ikera, I am the hope and destiny of my people. My heart is full of stories. She was a godlike, one of Amira's brood. Her hair is neat and orderly as a raven's wing. We found each other in the market and made ourselves comfortable behind a fishmonger's stall. I never knew her name. Now I do not have to suffer the pain.
你不想留，你勾到人速度还真快。
Most desperately. But I do not cage love or force it to be anything but itself. A bird fluttered away. She was not mine to keep. Well, it helps when both parties are beautiful, full of desire, and have no afternoon plans. I was expected at the guild hall, but one must have their priorities. Charm? I would have you know me by my impulses, my desires. These are Takei, as you say. I do not want you to misunderstand. I am a sea anemone. I would draw you in with care, with patience. Akira, then may we put up a we could blunt our teeth on more.
Oh.
I want better for him than you.
N 加 D， 他更关心的是这个水兽者，不是我。还是，哎呀。
What say, Captain? What indeed? I say I am of two minds. My talents are my own, and not even Ngati can tell me how they should be used. I say the tribes would do better, but my people struggle against the outsiders. And Ngati did not place me in the Deadfire without finding the Covenant could bring the Hawana closer to the gods and the ways of the past. I must decide if this is... Captain, what has been your most impressive feat of seduction? Very good, I say. I once bedded a Rawatayan admiral without exchanging a word. One of the Hazanui passed through Nekitaka on a diplomatic mission. She insisted on visiting the... Myru paraded me before her, thinking I alone could intimidate Rawatai's fleet. She had all the delicacy and grace of a... She mentioned offhandedly that her ship needed repairs before the return voyage. I heard that she spent her evenings in the off... I covered my magnificence under a peasant's cloak. Not until I explained that I was the evening's entertainment. I did. Naturally, my story checked out when they realized I was new. I presented myself before the stunned up. Winking at her, I mounted one of the map tables and gyrated to some of Rawatai's bawdiest sea shed. When enough was enough, the Hazanui signaled for everyone to clear the room, and she bade me lay down on the map. Once I was situated, her armada sailed against my island with a heavy assault. In the end, I stole back the advantage, firing a cannon across her port side and leaving the Ours was a battle of
That does sound mighty impressive.
Oh, one.
Well, it does not take much to... Though I appreciate any encouragement. Akira, I... forgive...
Hurt him. You hurt my boy.
Huh?
What? Ungrateful, unloving creature. I should let the maw of the Deadfire close around you. Pray to another god that you sail faster than my wrath.
What say, Captain?
啊，他不爽啊！ 很不爽哎，就像另外一个神明祈祷。
So, it's to be Ukaizo. Planting a flag in the sands of Ukaizo is a great way to hang a target on your back. Glad to hear that a practical opinion can still I just want to know that we're doing this for the right reason. So far, I'm unconvinced. Until I see Ukaizo for myself, it's a bedtime story. Let the poets hang their hopes on a dream. Rawatai's navy should be better than this. Ukaizo has fooled everyone into sacrificing and compromising for the ultimate prize of what? Getting there first? Even if we succeed, not everyone's gonna make it back to sing the tale of if only to prove them all wrong at once. Thanks for letting me squawk in your ear like a Shiza after.
Yours to command, Captain. Ukaizo, we are actually... The tribes will look to me to bridge our past and our future. To serve my people is to betray myself as an artist. Perhaps the praise they showered on Ngati, and I am no one's savior. It is not. I want the tribes to grow. Ukaizo will show us the way. I would discover what our ancestors forgot. The Covenant is more important than ever. I will give it thought. There is time enough for that. Ukaizo should be the discovery of our lifetime. With the trading companies and the Principe ready to descend on each other.
It pains me to see my boy so conflicted. Questions tear at his heart, and the ache reaches He so longs for his independence, but his people will not relinquish his destiny without a fight. Empires have fallen since I favored the Huana with power and wisdom. How they wield it is their choice. Just see that my boy comes to no harm.
There is much to consider. If you have questions? What say? You have questions? Kara, I have answers. What indeed? My talent, but finding the Covenant.
Captain, a delight.
Yeah? Hey, look who it is.
Well, hey, tell me what's on your mind. Not a one. I never knew nothingness. More like no matter what comes to pass in the crush of the soul. Yeah, it's best we got.
先去上个厕所。
I shall.
应该没有别的话了。
I say it is not every day.
那个商行的人怎么不见了？为什么会有一个先上厕所？OK， 我去上个厕所。
Cousin at Sayuka said her work's finally continuing. Won't say what it is.
You haven't figured it out. Clear skies. Thought it was obvious. Indeed. I hope we return.
It's done in any case.
Maya has been assisting with plans to...
Oh, peace to some.
Peace to all. One day. I'm certain Harama would agree. He's well, after all, thanks to your decisive action. Twaha reports success, and you have aided your countrymen with distinction. But what of your own assignment? For a most noble cause, I assure you. You've always been self-sufficient and resolute in...
Cargo shifts on long journeys no matter how tightly you tie it down, sir.
At ease. When it comes down to it, I know you will always do what must be done. Rawatai values your service, as do I. And I can think of no better reward for the rough country's finest sharpshooter than a piece such as this.
三声钟响哦，无敌射击，可攻击一条直线上的敌人，穿甲打击。
I won't keep you. I know you both have plenty of business to attend to. It's a trading post, of course. Rawatai is rich in saltpeter, copper. The Valians have become... We learned the value of defending our goods and ships. Who we are. What does this even... One day, our bodies will perish and every word we've ever spoken. But this will remain. Prolonging the soul is a fool. I want to take part in building something that will last beyond me. That is true immortality. Consider the work of the Engwithan. The key is to build well, but you and I have much to do and little time to discuss philosophy. It's a trading post. I just did. How do you mean that? It comes from years of practice. How do you mean that? Are you making advances at me?
对，没有。为什么两个都是撒谎？
While I'm not opposed to casual asking, if that changes, I promise you'll be the...
Oh, you wanted something, Captain? You could say that. I'll go ahead and say it. You're halfway toward all right. Oh, I know. But it's kind of you to say. Have you ever gotten close to someone, even though it just wasn't ordinary?
Huh?
Yeah, that about kicks the legs out from under. Or what I'm talking about is a scenario where a difference in rank can get in the way of enjoying shore leave. Yeah, that about covers it. I'm just testing the direction of the wind here. Best not to overthink it. As winds do. I've enjoyed that sort of arrangement before. Nothing to suggest I won't enjoy it again someday. Naturally. Well, I've laid out my thoughts. You must have a couple. Be a pleasure, Captain. Funny thing is that Ishii, and when he doesn't take to someone, neither do I.
没关系，先得和你的想法搞清。
I'm sure he'd tell you if you asked nicely. Not everyone's a bird lover. That's fine. Some days I can't stand it, but Ishii and I are never parted for longer than a few breaths.
真不敢相信，
Take that however
我
you
想和
will.
你聊聊天。
Try not to use any foul language.
谁是最乖的小鸟？
Well, this is unexpected.
哦，是谁？哦，又有神了？难道先是昂德拉，现在又是你？难道没有神会附在我的身上？我的船员偷偷观察我。你是海莉呀？天空母性发明创造鸟类歌曲语言艺术。不过据说它会变换成各式各样的鸟。
What exactly did you set out to accomplish by peering into the soul of this noble creature?
高尚的生物，你说这是？
Perhaps you don't know him as I do. You should already know better than to trust everything Maya has to say. The prospect of sharing her company. I can tell from here that it intrigues. Far be it from me to judge affection. Better that it bloom or wilt uninterrupted, while the Deadfire is being cut, cauterized, and trampled. It is charming to find someone who makes time for such elaborate foreplay.
你有什么可以给我建议？
I can say for certain that this is a very hungry, overworked, and at times underappreciated bird. He and Maya share that much in common, at least. Beyond that, I leave the rest up to you. I can say he and Maya share that. Beyond that, Do you often turn to birds for relationship advice? I sense that Maya does not easily allow others into her confidence. She has much on her mind. This may all be a whimsical but you already know about that. Such a heartless word for an occupation which I babble. What does the goddess of creativity know of kith courtship? Observing. The one you call a Shiza makes for a convenient lens into. Try not to take it too personal. Best of luck in your mating.
Now that is what I'd call a happy bird. Not to mention a fat bird. Pretty soon I'll have to roll him around like a cask of ale. It didn't take you long to open up to the idea at first. I like that eagerness. Let's say you've graduated to achieving the bare minimum of my favor, which is farther than most anyone gets. Mark of a good captain, I'd say. Consider your performance noted. You're talking to a competitive. Everything's a test. But you also fed my bird, which is just, well... Sorry. I'm not new to this. I'm just not used to sharing company longer than a single voice. I can't say where this goes next. But I'm keen on where it is now. I've enjoyed female company in the past, in case, for any reason, you were... A man will do in a pinch, as long as their best thinking comes from the... I just get a feeling about certain people. And before you ask, the answer is no.
Kara, I said nothing.
I usually go for the clever ones, though they're not always clever. What about you? What do you fancy?
我发现神射手的魅力总是让我把持不住。
Reckon I like you too, Watcher.
Interesting choice. We're all slaves to our own nameless want, aren't we? Sounds nice when you say it like that. A little wholesome from my take. However it pans out. Thanks for taking the time. I've got some answers.
You tell me if you're so smart.
Clear skies. I can't. It's a big secret.
Uh-huh. Someone's afraid of being wrong.
枪手武器加15，强化装套，快枪手。加时反射，鹰射手。 背刺使用武器时重创，我不想要这个，不想要这个，2块。 红宝石，走吧，走吧。这里还有什么东西？看一下。啊！我按错了。算了，按错就按错了。
that stunt you pulled in Queen's Birth. Tell me, do the spirits watch everything you do? Like, everything?
孤苦伶仃的狗，泰斯，近身攻击伤害加10哎，这只狗不错，我喜欢这只狗。阿姨决心，对我另外。